Swamps in Minecraft are usually one of the biomes that I try to avoid. They're damp, they're stinky, and filled with way too many mobs wanting to chase after me. But after discovering the cutest little frog mod in Java, I decided to spend the next 100 days surviving in a swamp, building up the coziest swamp base possible for my new froggy friends, and even an amphitheater where they can perform their music live. Will this swamp become a peaceful froggy paradise, or will the creatures of the night get to me first? Let's find out. All right, we are in a brand new world, and we are in a kind of wintry slash fall world, it kind of seems like, at least for this biome. But I'm gonna start by punching some wood here. Now, this is going to be a swampy video, so I do have the zombie horse cape because I feel like out of all the capes that I have, this one definitely fits the swamp vibes the best. But we need to get a crafting table set up, punch some more trees so we can get some basic tools. And we also need to survey the area and see what we can find. Oh my gosh, it's like a wintry cherry biome. And look, they have little white petals. That's so cute. I do have the map mod on, so I'm curious what biome I was just looking at. Snow Blossom Grove. That's actually so cute. And it looks like there's some of these houses somewhere, but I'm a little nervous to go up to them. But we do have cobblestone lying around, so let's quickly craft up some sticks. And if you'll notice my GUI, it is a froggy GUI, and this is actually the GUI from frog crafting. So if you want this same GUI, I will have that in the video description, as well as all of the other mods and things that I have for this video. So if you're wondering for any of these mods, just check the video description. All right, we've got a pickaxe, we've got our crafting table. Now let's collect up some cobblestone to get stone tools next. Oh, hi, little puppy. How are you? I don't have bones, otherwise I would love to tame you, but I hope you have a wonderful day. And we'll just collect up the rest of our cobblestone, and we'll immediately upgrade our tools and also make an axe. Now, the next thing on our agenda is to find some sheep. Oh, well, there's some wool. Maybe we go and see about checking this place out. Is this a bad idea with 0 food and 0 armor? Probably. Are we gonna do it for the loot? Yes. Some might say this is not the order of priorities that I should be going for, but I also am kind of just, prioritizing getting a bed. The method in which I'm getting my bed is probably not the best, but we're going for it. Also, look, there's more dogs. There's so many of them just wandering around. I love that. If only I could tame the wolves, because that would be really helpful to come at these pillagers. But okay, we'll just go in for the wool. Oh my gosh, okay. Hi, don't mind me. I just want the wool. That's all I want. I just want the wool. Oh, hi, you're right there. Whee, okay. I need 3 and then I'm leaving. 3 and then I'm leaving. Ah, oh my gosh, dodge and weave. Yay, look at this. Ow, okay, I was about to say I didn't even get shot at all, but I take that back. Okay, we made it. Oh, I see sugarcane. Okay, we're gonna go pick up the sugarcane and then we can, oh, look at my head. We're gonna grab the sugarcane and craft a bed then. Always good to have sugarcane on hand. We'll grab a little bit more wood, and we've got our bed. Next on the agenda is finding food. Oh, wait, hang on. I think this is one of those illusioners, and I am not messing with them when I have 0 food. So we're just gonna, oh, look, oh my gosh, wait, there's little mushrooms. Wait, what is this biome? That's so cute. A muskeg. Oh wait, cool. Now I do see on the map a village, so I think I'm gonna set a temporary waypoint, and we are going to go over to this village real quick to grab some food and resources, and of course, some spruce wood. And unfortunately, I cannot run, so that's fun. So we will just walk very slowly over to this village. And while we're at it, let's get some other tree types. I do have the fast tree chop mod on, so that will be nice to just be able to easily get a bunch of saplings. And that tree's taking too long, so I'm impatient. We're just gonna go for a smaller tree. There we go, perfect. I was hoping to sleep in the village, but because I have to walk this whole way, I might just have to sleep out under the stars, which isn't a problem because I'm protected by little doggos, but we're just gonna hopefully make it. I just need food. Is there any food? I feel like if there was sheep, the wolves have since eaten them. Okay, you know what? We're just gonna sleep our first night away under the stars. All right, day 2, still can't run, so we are just, oh look, it's the chocolate chip bunnies. I am not going to get the bunny though. We're just gonna go towards the village. Ooh, we have our first flower from Serene Shrubbery. I want you, thank you. Gardener's Path. Collect a wildflower from Serene Shrubbery. Okay, fair enough. Oh, finally, I see the village. I see cobblestone. Oh, good. Okay, let's grab some sugarcane and get to that village. Walking this slow is actually so painful. I cannot get over this. Oh, and look, there's so many wolves. They're over here too. Oh my goodness. Maybe I could find a bone somewhere. Ooh, purple bed. That's more fun. Let's just do that. I then looted a chest, took a snack break, looted a few more chests, grabbed some spruce bookshelves, more food, more bookshelves, grab some coal to cook our food, and freed some villagers. And I'm gonna grab the wheat as well so I can make more bread for our travels, because we actually do have a pretty long ways to go to find a swamp. Since we are clearly in a very snowy biome, it's gonna take us a bit to find a swamp. Oh, and we found a waystone. This is going to be so helpful to have in our area. I then went back to collecting up some food and decided to try my luck at getting some iron, but a villager was harmed in the collection of this iron, but to be fair, I don't think that was my fault. Thank you for your sacrifice, Mr. Golem. I can now officially upgrade to an iron pickaxe. Oh, and this dude wants to apparently sleep in my bed, but that is not cool. So let's just kick him out. So I've got my bed, got my crafting table, and now we're just probably gonna be traveling all day today. And before we get too far, let's quickly take all of our beef and smelt that up because we need some food for our travels so we can actually be running faster. All right, we've got baked potatoes, we've got our steak. Now let's get going. Ooh, iron, hang on. We're gonna get iron as long as I can get down here without breaking my ankles. Oh, there's a mine shaft. I was just gonna pick up this coal, but maybe we do a little quick sneaky peeky down the mine shaft, see if we can find any of the little minecart chests. That would be fun. And we'll collect up any iron or resources we see along the way. And let's make some torches for down here too. Okay. Oh yes, let's go. Oh, hang on. Let's go soon. Oh, wait, you have a backpack. Oh, that's even better. Oh, hold. Okay, hold. Okay, hang on, I want your backpack. Oh, yay! Oh my gosh, we got a backpack, let's go. Okay, let me open this. Gotta make sure I'm safe. Oh my gosh, we got bones, we can tame some. Oh my gosh, yes. We can tame little doggos. We can put all of our goodies in here for now. This is actually so good. I was just thinking about how nice it would be if I actually had a backpack, because I knew I had this mod installed. It was just a matter of when and where I would find one. But I will gladly take this for a start. That's wonderful. I then made a furnace, smelted some iron, collected some more iron, made a shield, and used it right away against a skelly. After that, I opened a minecart chest, crafted a chest plate, and now we can see the froggy armor bar, which is absolutely adorable. And then I made some iron boots. All right, iron is smelted up. Well, let's keep exploring. And by exploring, I mean looking for a swamp. And it's already night, so time to sleep into the next morning. All right, it is a fresh day, day 4. Now we're just going to spend our time looking for a swamp and getting out of this snowy biome and away from creepers. Back on the surface, we went ice surfing, admired the snow blossom biome, and collected resources from it. As we continued exploring, we collected up any iron we saw along the way, as well as any additional food. All right, we collected up some more food, so now we can continue on our way. Speaking of way, there's another waystone. This is so good. This means we'll have one that we can keep in our village where we're basing, and one that we can bring with us on our travels just to make getting transported from location to location a little quicker. And resources also includes flowers, so we are going to collect more resources. Ooh, and another waystone. We're gonna collect that up once I figure out how to get down. Okay, I was gonna say, this could be a mistake for me to just yeet off a cliff, but we're fine. And we're collecting more flower resources. Collecting up the waystone. And let's check out what's in this village. So we collected hay bales, talked to a botanist villager, trading some hanging pots, and found a silk touch hoe and grabbed a job lock. I took your job. I'm also taking these cute flower pots. Left hanging. Craft a hanging pot. Well, I'm stealing them, but you know, tomato, tomato. I then looted more from the village before continuing our journey, but got distracted by a unique boat we saw at sea and went to go check it out and loot it. Hi, hello. Look at your little swampy outfits. Oh my gosh, you're so cute. Ooh. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. Wow. Oh my gosh, look at all your stuff. Oh, an anvil. Oh, furnaces. Oh, wow, this is so lovely. Look at your cute little place. Hang on, I saw a ladder. What's down here? Oh. Whoa. Oh, that's so cool. Wait, hang on. I kind of like this armor. What if we just like trade it? Ooh, this fits a very kind of swampy vibe. I kind of like that. Obviously, not for the protection of it, but this is cool. We got charcoal, more barrels. Oh, we got iron in here. Yes, we'll take the pot sherds and everything. Okay. All right, we're just gonna loot this place of anything that I want. Thank you, thank you. And I want the rest of your pockets. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. I did not mean to do that. You just got right out of the way. I'm terribly sorry. Oh my gosh, this guy's freaking out because I hit his friend. I'm terribly sorry. All right, day 6. Time to leave these guys in peace and continue on boat. Well, we got another boat. I'm curious if in this one we could maybe find the pants and the shoes to match our little leather kind of swampy armor. So let's go check. Ooh, and another village and a waystone. Love that. Ooh, and whatever these flowers are. I love adding all these different mods to my worlds, but at the same time, I get so distracted every single time. It's kind of funny. And this time, I'm just gonna break into the bottom level. All right, these only give us the hat and the shoulder pads, so we're just gonna move on. And I forgot to take the anvil at the last one, so I will be taking this one. And we'll take all of their little goodies in here and hit the road. And when I say hit the road, I of course mean loot this village. Okay, this is a white hydrangea, but doesn't it look like turtle eggs growing on a little shrub? This is actually so funny to me. I've got turtle egg flowers. Oh, I see a swamp. Oh, finally. Oh my goodness. A swamp. Oh, and a village. Ooh, yes. Okay. All right. We finally have made it. We've been traveling so far, but I'm glad we finally made it out of the wintry biomes and into more mild and humid temperatures. But let's go check out that swamp. Oh, and look at the little otter. Oh, I just witnessed an otter eat a koi fish. I didn't know they do that. Hang on, let me free cam. Look at him. He's so cute, just swimming around. Oh my gosh. Oh, otters are so cute. I love how they're in the game. Oh, and look, there's another one. Oh, wait, stop. He's got a salmon. Hi, buddy. Oh, that is so cute. Oh my gosh. Okay, yes. Oh, look, he's munching too. Okay, stop. That's adorable. Okay. We're getting distracted again in typical red fashion. Oh, wait, hang on. Sunken ship, hang on. We could get diamonds. Me getting distracted by another distraction. This is very much so in typical red fashion. Oh my gosh, we got 3 diamonds. Oh, that's so good. Okay, awesome. We'll collect all of these goodies with us. And now we can go towards the swamp. Oh, wow. This is actually huge. And there's little villages. Okay, yes, let's go. Oh, look, there's a giant lily pad too. I added a mod that just randomly adds them into the lukewarm and warm oceans. And we already get to see one. That's so fun. Ooh, and here we are. All things swampy. We've got the cattails. We've got some lily pads that I can jump on. And they have cute little flowers. Oh, look at this. Okay, let me go into free. Whoa, that's giant. Oh, we have mangrove too. That's so good. Oh, look at how... Oh, it's a frog village. Oh my gosh. Okay, if you guys have seen my Hobbit 100 Days video, I added these villagers that look like little froggies, and they're the most adorable thing ever, and I added that mod again, and so that's super fun to know we have one of their little villages. But look at how giant this place is. We've got a bayou, mangrove swamp. Yeah, this is definitely where we're gonna base. This is gigantic. But let's just go further into the swamp. We've got all these different lily pads of different sizes. We've got these giant big lily pads, and we can actually jump on these and stand on them, and it's so fun. So I want to use these for paths in between all of our builds, along with some of the mossy cobble and other things. But look how pretty this is. Oh, I'm obsessed. Okay, I made it over to a swamp village. Look at this. I did add swamp villagers to this because it just wouldn't be perfect without having these cute little fashionable friends. But look at this. We've got the shepherds, swampy friends. I love how they have mushrooms in their back pockets if they turn around for me. It's so cute. Yes, I do want to go check out this village looking thing. So let's set a temporary waypoint and go over that way. It is so hard to navigate this swamp. It's crazy. Oh, wait. Oh, another diamond. Stop. I feel like I'm just getting spoiled. We have 15 iron, we're getting gold, we've got diamonds. This is pretty great. Another thing, these blue mushrooms specifically, if I go into JEI and type in blue mushroom, look at this. There is a blue mushroom in a jar with this little guy, but look how cute that is. So we definitely need to make a ton of those with these little guys. I love it. Now, as it's getting dark, I just remembered that there are the bog skeletons, and I did add some mods to make this swampier swamps and modify the swamps clearly. Oh, why? What? Hello? What? Nausea and poison? What is happening? I just woke up. What? So one of the mods mentioned swamp gas, and I think it has something to do with this block right here. What is this? Decaying kelp. Okay, I think the decaying kelp is what just poisoned me. I didn't know I had to look out for the water. Okay, that's good to know. But look at this village. Look at all these things we can loot. Oh my gosh, there's a bookshelf. Hello. Oh, and there's a nitwit on the roof. Nice. Okay. Oh my gosh, look at. Whoa, look at that giant mangrove tree. Okay, guys, look at this. This is totally where we have to base. There's more frog villages over there, custom villages. Oh, another frog village. Yes, this is the place we are going to base. So let's just put our things down and set up base for now. And I think honestly, living with these guys to start is gonna be perfect. Ooh, this looks like a library. Oh my gosh, look at all these books. If these have a bunch of different enchanted books, do you know how cool that would be? I would love that. Okay, this is cool. We're gonna set up our little shop here for now. Look at all this. Okay, I need to stop getting distracted. Okay, Red, just put down your bed and make some crafting table stuff. Okay, I grabbed these fir planks because I thought I could make a chest out of them. Hello? That's actually so dumb that I can't use them, so we'll just leave those there. And thank goodness for this spruce wood being here so I can make more chests. And now let's offload all of our goodies. I do think, though, I am going to quickly make a diamond pickaxe so that I can potentially go and find some obsidian for an enchanting table, because if you look around, there's a ton of books to make a level 30 enchanting setup. Now I kind of want to just spend some time exploring this area and see what we have. Oh, this is gonna be so good. I'm literally so excited to start building here, to check out that giant tree. Now, my idea is, because there are already so many different villages around, we obviously don't need to make a village, but I am seeing this large open space right here, this water. I was inspired by these giant lily pads, so we'll kind of just clear out some space of some of these little swamp reeds and things, but this is where I want to set up a starter base. We'll have giant lily pads that we'll put our crop fields on, things like that. But I quickly want to continue explore. Oh, I thought this was gonna be a full enchanting setup. Oh my gosh, look at this. We literally just need to find obsidian. We already have books and we already... Dude, that is actually incredible. It is day 8 and I could literally get fully enchanted iron gear as long as I get the levels, and we have all these villagers to trade with for levels. This could be pretty great, but I need to sleep. Oh, excuse me, child. Wow, look at when they close their... Oh my gosh, wait, look, he's snoring. He's honk-shooing. Oh, I don't want to disturb him. But the bog could come out. I'm sorry, child. We then spent time exploring and looting the village. I stopped to look at some glitched beds before doing some more looting and exploring some of the new structures around the swamp village. We then found some diamonds and a weird villager. Oh, look at this guy. Why does he look so creepy? Please say there's 2 villagers and I don't have some weird boss villager thing. What is this thing? Is there just 2 of you? Please say there's just 2 of you. Oh, okay, good. Oh, there's a bunch of pickles. Okay. Oh, we got a fishing rod. Oh, cute. We could go fishing off this cute fishing dock. I actually really like that. Oh, that's so fun. I then looted through the barrels and I found some good loot as I went. There's actually some pretty nice loot up in here. I like this. Oh my gosh, so many name tags. I can get so many cute little critters. And I think we need to do a little bit of fishing just because we did just find our fishing rod here. So let's see what we get. There we go. Fishy business. Catch a fish. Okay, advancement done. Let's keep searching because we've explored some of the villages, but one we have not yet. Wait, there's snails? Huh? Those are so cute. They're so swampy. Oh, look how cute they are. The last village we haven't explored is the Froggy village, but those snails are adorable. Me trying to stay on task with all these cute critters is basically impossible, but let's go explore the Froggy village next. Now, I know I can trade amethyst with them, so I'm actually going to collect up as many amethyst shards as possible. I also love their little swamp lanterns, so I'm taking that. Oh, froggies. There you are. Oh my gosh, wait, look. He's actually trying to fish off the dockside. That's so cute. Oh my gosh, these guys are my absolute favorite. You can trade for axolotls, cooked salmon. I can get raw cod and salmon to get some amethyst shards, but we can trade with the little fisherman one. Oh, here's the other one. This is the merchant one. So this is the guy who we can trade and get a bunch of toadstool blocks, the red ones, and this mossy oak plank, which is my absolute favorite wood to work with, and it's perfect for a swampy area, as well as swamp lanterns and a maraca. This guy is probably my favorite just because he does give me the cottagecore blocks, but there is still, I think, one more little one I'm looking for. Oh, is there one? This is just a little regular guy, but still super cute. Oh, wait, look. Oh my gosh. Wait, why is there so many right here? What is happening? Are you just stuck behind these lily pads? You need some assistance? Why? I don't get it. I feel like I need to... Oh, he's trying to play music. Oh. Why are they all here? I feel like, okay, what if I just open these walls? Is that what they're trying to get to? Oh, there they go. That's what I was hoping for. Look at them. Oh, switching instruments. Okay. Oh, goodness, it is dark. Okay, we're sleeping through the night. We can get into a house. And now we can go to sleep to the sound of all of the cute little frogs. I love it so much. Now that we're on day 11, and I have gotten far more than distracted, I think it is time for us to head back towards where we have our little base set up, and we are gonna actually go and start collecting up some supplies to build our little starter house. And we are going to have to travel quite a ways because for those giant lily pads that I want to use, we need lots of terracotta and also a bunch of green dye. So we are going to be looking for a mesa and a desert. So because we are nowhere near any of that, but there is a savanna over here, I think if we head in this direction, that will be our best bet. So yes, it is going to take us a bit. Ooh, hang on, what's this house? But we are going to be able to get around pretty easily after. Ooh, what's this? I know I added custom witch huts, so this could be a witch. Hello? Ooh, I think it is, but I don't hear a witch. Hello? Oh, wait, these are good things. We like these things. Take the bottles, too. Oh, look at the little frog with the hat. Okay, I love it. Yeah, we're taking the brewing stand, too. And we got swampy water. Yep. Okay, thank you, Witch, for your contributions. Oh, and look. Wait, what? A mauler? What do? Are you gonna... Oh gosh, did it growl at me? I want to feed it something, but okay. Okay, you know what? I actually don't like it. I feel like he's gonna be an ankle biter, and I'm not about that. After leaving the ankle biter critter, I found a lava pool, so quickly stopped to collect up enough obsidian for an enchanting table and a portal if I wanted it. I then discovered a new biome with a pink wood type, so of course I collected some of the wood type and some cute water lilies, drip leaf, and lily pads as well. I then put down a waystone in case I wanted to come back for more water lilies. I then found another fishing boat to loot and saw that they were next to a coral reef, so I placed a waystone in case I wanted to come back later for some coral. I then realized I was right next to the mesa, so of course I marveled at some cute cactus, found a new wood type to collect, grabbed some bone blocks and cactus, and set down a mesa waystone and got to work mining up tons of terracotta. I also collected more of the pine logs before I went back home, upgraded my backpack to a copper one. I then made some iron pants to complete our armor set and made an enchanting table. And now we get rid of this thing. Oh my gosh, it's already level 32. Oh, that's so good. Okay, amazing. Well, we would be able to enchant our armor if we had any lapis, but at least we have an enchanting table. That is pretty great. Level 30 enchanting table at day 15. I will gladly take that. From there, I went to collect sand for glass, used the silk touch hoe I found to collect up some coral and some sea pickles as well. And on day 16, we were back in our swamp to go investigate the giant mangrove tree. As we approached, we got to see all of the foliage and mushrooms under it, as well as some lightning bugs before we went into the swamp village next door. As we walked around some more, we discovered one of the cutest critters yet. Wait, a ferret? Hi, you're so cute. Hey, look, I can hold the ferret. Oh, I want to keep you, but I don't know what you eat. So I have to figure out what foods you eat so that you can be my little pet. We also love a good weaponsmith armor station. Ooh, irons. Oh my gosh, the helmet. That was the last thing that I needed to make. Not that I'm actually going to put it on because I frankly like this one better, but a sword is super helpful. Oh, and what's this? Oh, we'll take more iron and bread. Thank you very much, armorer. I appreciate that. And actually, I am going to take your job block because I need to smelt my iron. Oh, and I found another armorer's one. 3 diamonds, a shovel, pickaxe. Oh, I'll take these. Okay, enough distractions though. We are on day 16 and I have literally just been exploring and figuring out where our biomes are to grab resources. So it is now time to actually work on building up our little lily pad village, our little lily pad starter house. But first, we need a ton of green dye from cactus so that we can start adding in our lily pads in here. After upgrading my backpack to get some more storage space, I went to the desert to collect more cactus to smelt into green dye so we could turn it into our green terracotta. I then spent time re-rolling a librarian to get us Unbreaking 3 for our tools. And there we go, Unbreaking 3! All right, in free cam, we are going to be placing our starter house lily pad right where my boat is. And this just kind of gives you a view of where it's going to be placed in terms of all of the other villages and the swamp. But I think this is going to be a perfect spot and it's going to be so fun to see these giant lily pads just appear. So let's start working on getting our first lily pad in place. Now, we've got our lily pad done. I think this is so cute, and I do like how I added a little bit of a lip and a ridge to it. It just adds some 3D dimension to it. But for starters, we need to get our starter house added onto this. Now, as far as the color palette, I am thinking we'll use some of that mahogany wood, which if I type in mahogany, it's actually this pinkish hue wood, and I think it would look really cute for the roof trim because I think I would love to have a roof kind of look like a spore blossom, and then we're gonna use spruce as our walls, and I think it'll be really cute. So we gotta go and collect up some supplies and plant some mahogany trees. But I also think as far as our map goes that the mahogany pink wood was over here. So we'll grab our boat, grab our bed, and we're back at the coral reef boat heading towards where we have some of that mahogany wood. I totally forgot that I put away stone here, and I called it the water lily biome. You guys in the comments might have been like, Red, there's literally the water lily biome. Waystone, just go there. Yeah, okay. Well, now I remember. And now we just collect resources. I love the fast chop mod. It is literally my favorite thing. Wait, what is this? What are you, a spider? Why are you so chunky? A jumping spider? Hi, little guy. Oh my gosh, you're so cute. What? Okay, all right, yep. Okay, jumping spider living up to jumping spider expectation and scaring me. Love that. And my axe broke, so we're just gonna head back. And we'll plant four there, start bone mealing them up. Look out, piggy. There we go. There we go. Perfect. And honestly, 2 stacks should be more than plenty. Well, probably more than 2 stacks. Now, as far as the shape that I'm going for the house, oh, I didn't even realize there was grass there. We are gonna go for a circular little swamp house because I want to have the flower be the roof, like I was saying. So we are just going to map out exactly the size. We are going to have our house and just start working on getting it all decorated and built up in the morning. All right, and here is the progress update of our little spore blossom. We are next going to start working on the green stem, and I want it to kind of just curve to the side, kind of like we have a long stem that we picked the spore blossom off of some other vine. So what I'm gonna do is just start getting a green base down because that is going to be the start of what our stem is made out of for our little spore blossom. And it's gonna be something pretty simple and like this. I think I do have some moss in, I believe, my backpack or somewhere, but I think I just want some of the leaves to kind of come off these edges a little bit more. But if you're curious, here's what it looks like on our map. It doesn't look as floral just because these little edges that curve up end up making it a square, but from the side profile, it looks very cute and very floral, and that's more so what I'm going for. But let's just add a few of our lime terracottas in here. And we can turn the lime terracotta into slabs because of the mod that I added, more stairs, slabs, and walls, which is huge because I want to turn some of these petal edges of the leaves upwards. So I think we'll do that on this side. Okay, I messed around with some shapes, but I couldn't really get it to work and look exactly how I want it to because I don't want the petals to be too large, and adding in the terracotta on these sides was a bit too much. So I think I'm just gonna leave it like this. We're gonna have one facing down and one facing up like this. If anything, I might just curve this up a tiny bit, and I think it just adds a little bit of something. I don't even know if that's worth it, but just a slight curve. Now, since we're on day 30 and we've been building for a bit, I want to go and explore those froggy villages again because I want to start getting some of those swamp lanterns that I have that I showed you guys earlier, because the interior is very dark right now, even though I do have night vision 2 on as a mod just to make things easier for you to see, because living in a swamp can be very dark at night. So we've got that going on, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna have glass, and we're gonna have glass panes put in, so we'll collect some sand, we'll go and find some of our little froggy villages, and then we will get some trading done. So let's grab our boat, go get some resources put away, and then we're gonna go and collect up some amethyst shards for trading. Also, look at how cool this looks from this perspective of the village. Oh my gosh, look. Okay, yes, from further away, I love our little upturned petals. I love the upturned leaves. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is actually so cute. And another thing that I want to do is have all of our crop fields on little terracotta lily pads. So that's also going to look so cool. And here we are back at the frog village. Ooh, I also like how many of the blue orchids are around here because it's all swampy. Oh wait, there's a concert. Where's the concert? Follow the sounds. Oh, wait. Look at all of them. They're so cute. Oh, I love these little guys. They're so adorable. Look at him. He's like swaying with the grass too. Oh, it's just so cute. I don't want to get in trouble for copyrights, but like, they're just so cute. Oh my goodness. Can't help it. Gotta just admire all the musics. Now, what I want to do is actually start looking in these barrels because I am on a mission to find lots of amethyst. So let's just, oh, are you fishing into a log? I hope that works well for you, dude, but I don't have much hope at the same time. Ooh, found a good fishing rod. We will take that as we look for more amethyst shards. Let's check up here. Oh, wow, lots of barrels. Ooh, hey, there we go. That's what we're looking for, all the amethyst shards. We take them. And we also take swamp lanterns. Oh, look, here's another little group. That's so cute. I love that. I love the little guitar, too. It's just so cute. And how the hands are moving. It's just such fun little animations. I'm such a fan of these guys. Oh, look, it's the little sorcerer one. Occasionally, they will give me a buff, so they'll throw a potion on me. They haven't done it yet, but that's what this guy does. So he randomly will throw a potion, like strength or jumping, leaping, something like that. Ooh, speaking of, yeah, see, here's their little stand. Very cute. Also, in case you guys are wondering, the maraca, if I have, what do I need? I need 7. The maraca, I think I can join in their little band. So we are gonna quickly go find one last amethyst shard to see if we can join the band. Oh, I found a ton. Look at this. Oh, so many. Yay. Okay, let's go get a maraca and join the band. Okay, we got a maraca. Hee. Look at us go. Okay, let's find a band. Oh, look, they're right here. Ready? Oh, look, I joined the band. And now we can add the lanterns all around. We'll do the exterior first. Now for the interior, once I get rid of some of these dirt blocks, I want this to be split up into sections. So I do want to have some spruce walls kind of in the middle here. to create some different separations and different segments, but I also want to have a storage room below this lily pad house. But I kind of like the idea of being able to see around underneath, so I kind of think I would like to dig some of this out a little bit more and then have some glass walls so we could potentially see any of the little otters and fish kind of going around. But I think that would look pretty cool. That just means we do need to get some glass and blue dyes for that. But I think with living in the swamp, we have those blue orchids. That could look pretty cool for that. We just need to, once again, get ourselves more of our spruce trees. So we'll just go and do some more resource collecting. And for the ceiling, I think I want to use some oak since we have some darker colors in the green and spruce. I think the contrast of oak will be really nice. We next located where the mangrove forest was and started collecting up a bunch of mangrove. Okay, mangrove trees with the fast chop mod is literally such a game changer. This is insane how it's just totally clearing out the entire tree. This is the best. I wish this was vanilla. This is amazing. What's not amazing is I forgot it's nighttime. So let's get out of here. You know, I'm definitely out at night in the swamp, so this will be a good test to see if we get bogged skeleton with the mods that I added for the swamp or not. Just a normal guy, okay. Wild rice, interesting. I think we'll just look for a bed in this village. Perfect, there we go. Oh, yep, zombies are after people. Gotta love that. And I also love these signs, so I'm gonna take these too. Wait for it, jump! Run away! Oh, I almost walked over here, but I learned from being poisoned last time that that is stinky gas that I should ignore. That is the poisonous block that I get nauseous and poison effect from. So we're just going to ignore that. I then spent the next bit of time decorating our house's interior and adding some decorations to the exterior. I then went to go collect feathers from some chickens to craft ourselves a fancy bed, as well as making a green sheet and green pillow to fit the swamp vibes. And then I used the leftover pillows for some floor seating. I then added some trapdoors to our flower boxes and called it good. Now that we have our little starter house, I'm also thinking of moving our waystone because the waystone is just in one of those swamp village houses and I kind of want it to be over here. So we're gonna build ourselves a little waste point lily pad right in front of our house. And one thing I think would be kind of cool is if I replace some of the concrete with some of our dirt and we can add some flowers. So it's kind of like a mini waystone flower garden gazebo type of a vibe. So we're going to add a few more flowers like this. Okay, I was just testing to see if I could get a better enchantment. We got efficiency 5, guys, so we definitely need all of our emeralds, and hopefully I have enough. Is it too expensive? 28, and then I've got books. Can we do it, guys? I'm gonna have the most efficient tools in the world. This is going right on my pickaxe. I also brought the water lilies, and I don't think I can step on them. Yeah, so they're just kind of decorations for the sides of this. But look how pretty they are. They add so much. I love these things so much. I also brought the turtle eggplant, which I think is just so funny. So we'll just add some purple to the side of the turtle eggplant. It's a hydrangea, but it's turtle eggs to me. And then we'll have some white tall friends like that over there. As for our enchanted pickaxe, we now have efficiency 5. I'm so excited. And at some point I would like to get lapis so we can actually use this, but for now, what I do want to do is now that we have unbreaking and efficiency on our pickaxe, I actually want to go and collect more terracotta, and I honestly think I am going to be a little cheeky and just tear apart these lily pads since they're already dyed the colors I want for our lily pads. But it is really fun to just see a second one here and to see the little lily pads and the water lilies. This is gonna look so cute when I'm done with it. And even just picking up more mossy cobble, this is so much faster. I'm actually so excited for this. I also just can't get over how cute this little house is. I love this little spore blossom roof that I did. It's just so fun. Oh my goodness, this is so much faster. Oh my word, we are going to cruise getting our supplies. Yeah. Efficiency 5 is literally the best thing. Oh my gosh, look, ready? I'm so excited for this. Ready? Ba-ba-da-da! It's so cool! And it's so cottagecore! I'm hoping I don't need silk touch. Yes, perfect, I don't. Oh my word! What is happening? Why are there so many villagers in here? What on earth? Hang on, let me go into free cam. How? Actually, how? Oh, that's how. That is so funny though. Oh my goodness. But we are just going to ignore them all being in there because the next thing that I want to work on is some more of the lily pads, except I want these to be for a solid food source. So we are going to add in some additional little lily pads that are going to have a bunch of crop fields in them. So instead of this inside being green, it is going to be made of dirt so that we can have all of our little crops growing on them. And I'm thinking that we'll do at least 3 of them. I want to do one to the left, the right, and behind our little house, and then we'll create some cute little paths like so for the connectors. First, I did want to have a few of the jars around because I just think they're so fun. And we got some of our white glass so that we can make some glass panes to add in some windows. Now I want them to be directly out from here, so we'll come right to here. Oh, well, look who's out for a swim. Hi, wandering trader. Anything good? White lavender, a glowworm silk, reeds. Let's get some of these white lavender. I think they seem really pretty. And then for curiosity's sake, that is what the white lavender look like. And I think these will be really cute additions to our little spots around here. And now we can go back to building yet another one of our little lily pads for our final crop, which I want to be carrots. As we went from village to village, we also collected up different flowers. I then located a village that was growing some carrots and collected them all up. I do apologize, Mr. Villager, for stealing your crops, but you know, you're a farmer. You'll plant more. He seems a little upset. Oh, see, look at you. You're already planting them. You're fine. You don't need my help with your... Yep, okay, I took it. Yep, I'm done. Okay, I'm leaving. After running away from the villager, we planted all of the carrots on our new lily pad crop island and used the bone meal from the desert bone blocks to multiply the carrots to help us fill up the crop field until we had the full field completed. We also used the bone meal to get a full potato field and a full wheat field all set up. And giving you a view in free cam, this is what we have so far: a waystone platform, a starter house, and 3 different types of crops so that we have an unlimited food resource. But look at this, it's coming along so good. And once we get these little paths in place, it's gonna be even cuter. And this is what it looks like on our map so far. I then crafted up 2 capture selves, grabbed a farmer villager, and went over to the frog village looking for the gardener ribbit. And after looking for a while, listening to some lovely music, we finally found the gardener frog to bring back to our house as well. On our way back, I did find a black cat, so of course I had to tame it with some salmon and brought them back to be our house's little guardian. I also brought a merchant frog home with us as well to keep our new cat company. I next brought our gardener frog over to the potato lily pad, and they immediately started watering the crops right away. Except they didn't seem to want to stay and work and kept trying to escape, so I had to add some green pine fencing to keep them and the villager on their crop lily pad. The start of day 48, we name tagged our cat Shadow, we got our final farmer villager in place, and we went over to the giant mangrove tree to grab a bunch of the azalea leaves that we saw on them to use for our paths. We just had to avoid the creepers. So as we grabbed the azalea leaves, we also lit it up to prevent even more mobs from spawning. Once we collected up enough azalea leaves, we were back to work on our water paths between all of our lily pad platforms. And just like that, we are on day 50. We're halfway through, and I'd say we're making some pretty cool things. What do you think, Shadow? Just to give you a little progress update on where our paths are, I have the paths connected to the wheat field, and now I'm working on connecting them over to the carrot field and then the potato field. But I think this is looking so cool so far. I love how on the map you can see it, and it's kind of creating a diamond shape, which is kind of fun too. But we are far from done, so let's keep making our little paths all the way, connecting up all of our crop fields, and then we're finally gonna start working on our storage room going underneath our house, and then we can move all of the resources that we have in that library over to here. As I finished getting all of the paths around our platforms completed, I was thinking about how grateful I am to all of you guys watching and supporting my channel and my ability to continue making content like this video. So if you're watching right now, comment "da little swampy swamp" below so I can see who are the real ones below paying attention. And now we have cute little lily pad swamp vibe little pathways around our starter house and all of our crop fields and our waystone lily pad. And if I back up in free cam, this is what we have so far. Now the next thing that I want to work on is underneath our house. I talked about having a little storage system, and right now I just have a lot of random stuff in my backpack. We've got a ton of random things just accumulating in chests and barrels in here, so we are going to figure out how we want to dig. Oh, you did a little stretch. That's so cute. Oh my gosh. I added the fresh animations texture pack, resource pack thing, and it is so cute to see the animations that the animals get. You just do a little stretch, Shadow. You're so cute. Anyways, I was getting distracted. I think I want to have underneath here be the ladder system to get us down into our storage area. We do have to compete with water, so that will be a future red problem, but for now, I do want to go back to our desert and collect up a bunch of sand because that will be used to make the glass walls that I want to use. But I do need to drop off more resources so I have more space. So this is why we are doing the thing, but let's go and drop off these things and then go grab us some sand. 1 stack, 2 stack, and 3 stacks. There we go. We got all 3 stacks getting all smelted up. And while we're here, I want to make a diamond shovel just because we are going to be doing a lot of digging, and I keep going through these iron shovels so fast. Now, we do need to get more emeralds so we can get unbreaking and also get our efficiency 5. And the quickest way to do that is to get a fletching table. So first we need to get some flint. I think I need 2 pieces. Once we got our flint and made our Fletcher's table, we found a villager willing to take the job. I locked in the trade and then picked them up and moved them inside with our librarian so the other villagers wouldn't be crowding them. From there we continued trading until I got the Efficiency 5 book and harvested more sticks to trade for an Unbreaking 3 book so we could put them both on a brand new diamond shovel to start digging out our storage room. And from days 55 to 60, that's exactly what we did. As I started digging out the storage room, I started adding the glass around the edges so the water would stop flooding in as I dug out the space. As I cleared out the space, I did have to use the sand and dirt to remove some of the water source blocks from the edges to make it easier to clear out. As I dug down to the level that I wanted our storage room to be on, I also continued adding the glass walls to keep the water from flooding back in. Once the dirt and sand was all removed and the walls were in place, I started adding in our mangrove floors to the space. Once the floors were complete, I started placing down the mangrove chests for storage, adding some swamp lanterns for lighting, and I decided to add a patch of dirt to the back so I could plant a bunch of flowers that I've collected on my adventures. Adding the flowers to the back of the storage room really made it look like a mini greenhouse in my basement, and this definitely turned out to be one of my favorite sections of the storage room. I then added in some hanging pots with flowers, added some shelves and tables, added some azalea leaves for even more greenery, and added some spruce pillars and bookshelves into the center of the storage room to add some dimension and separation to it. With the final lights added, I then started condensing all of my storage chests from all our different spots into our brand new storage room and chests. I also just noticed this guy is actually giving me bone meal. Look at that. Somehow he's planting beetroot, which I don't get either. Well, okay, I get it now. We'll just let them carry on with what they're doing. Next, I actually want to move our librarian villagers a little bit closer to where our starter house is, so we're gonna grab their lecterns. Now, since I only have 2 librarians, and I kind of want there to be an even amount of a new lily pads added, I think I'm gonna move some of the ribbit little froggies from their cute little villages over to here. And in the same way we have 4 platforms, we are going to add 4 more and kind of just circle our starter house even more. And then we can just create little paths with the lily pads and stones and leaves as well. And we officially have all 4 additional platforms made. And look how cute this is looking. And then we're gonna have little houses be here. So it'll just kind of pop up with little house roofs. And I'm kind of thinking that we have the little ribbit frog. So we are going to move over here. And we do have the little frog in there that actually trades us if we give them amethyst. So I'm kind of thinking that we go pay a visit to our friend, get some red mushroom blocks, some of those brown ones, and we can use those for the roofs of our new little houses that we're gonna make. Step 1, this guy needs some amethyst shards. We have 32, but we'll definitely have to go looking for more. And I think we'll do some of these red ones. We'll get some of these brown ones. It's nice that 1 amethyst shard gives us 12 and 16 and 9. I'm actually super happy about that. We'll also grab some of these mossy oak planks and some of these toadstool stems. And we'll take a little nap before we start building. All right, I've got the exterior mostly done of one of our little ribbit froggy houses. I wanted it to be very similar to the block palette that they have in their village, just so that, you know, they feel comfortable, they'll feel at home in our area. It is kind of a little bit of a difference from our very floral starter house, but I still think it fits the vibe of a very swampy, cottagecore, mushroomy type of a vibe. Right now what I'm doing is taking the Silk Touch hoe, and I'm gonna go and Silk Touch these mushroom blocks, because if we look over here, I can actually create some red mushroom walls, slabs, and stairs, which I think will make really nice accents for this build. So we'll just collect up all these mushroom blocks and go back to building. Let's add this guy in here. Excuse you. Just where do you think you're... Hello? Whoa, where are you going? No! Okay, now we get to have fun with different block palettes and figuring out what's gonna look the best together. So all of these are gonna be stripped down so we can kind of see what tones we want. We have red, we've got some pinks. I like the warmer tones. I think these are a little bit too cool toned, so we've got these. Now, I'm thinking, let's do similar to what we have here. We'll do spruce pillars, and then we'll use the brown toadstool block to fill in the walls, and then we'll have our roof be made with our mahogany. Now, what I think could look cute on the roof is if we have a little flower. It kind of fits the vibe just a little bit better, so I like that. And in FreeCam, this is what our little house looks like for our little ribbity frog. We'll also bring our little ribbity frog over to their new area, and I also got some white stained glass to fill in the windows so they can't just escape. My one concern is they definitely can open doors, and if I put a trap door here, they're tall enough where they could just go out probably in one block. So this is the dilemma I have with this little guy. I don't know where he will try to go, but he definitely... Oh, hang on. Yep, he's definitely leaving. So I think for this guy, we're gonna use a fence gates. I think he can't do anything about that. He looks at me like, why have you trapped me here? I know it doesn't make much sense, but I'm making this nice and lush and green just for you. Don't you think it's cute? I also thought it was really cool that we could get azalea leaf piles, and they work and act as though they are vines almost. So I figured we could just spread some of these around here. And in FreeCam, this is what we have so far. And I actually like how the roofs and the houses in general are all different shapes so far. And I think I want to continue that. So let's go build ourselves 2 more houses for our ribbity frogs and villagers. In FreeCam, this is what we got. Very green, natural colored. I like how from the outside, it just very much so blends in and kind of almost looks like it's dirt, just like we have our potatoes, our beetroot, and our wheat field. And I would also say our interior is also pretty cute. They've got a bed so they can sleep, and hopefully eventually they'll take this lectern. And now we just got one more little house to build for our other little ribbit. Now with the ribbits, there's only two that we can actually trade with, which is the merchant and the fisher frog. And we already have the gardener, so the only other two that we could bring over here is the sorcerer and the fisherman, and I think I want this to be the fisherman frog hut. So since this is a fishing village house, we need lots of barrels, and I think I'll use barrels as the posts on the exterior. Oh, where did you come from? Oh, that's where. Okay, let's put you back here. And he has a bed, so I don't know why he just wandered off. Maybe he just fell off on accident. Anyways, back to building. Also, does anyone do this where you think you don't have a crafting table down and you end up having two down? I am the only one that does this because I always end up having extra crafting tables, which isn't a problem, it's just a thing. Now, the next thing I need to figure out is what to do for the roof, and we have every roof and build looking very different, and I absolutely love that about this, so we just have to figure out how to make this just as cool and different. And real quick, for those curious, this is what it's looking like so far, and I think this looks so cute to have all the little lily pads circling our starter house. I absolutely love it, and I just kind of thought of something that I think could look cool for the house. However, it might be a little bit difficult to do. But what would be really fun is if, since this is a lily pad, we made the roof look like a lotus flower kind of a vibe, or a little lily flower. So we just had to figure out how to make that work. I think step one is going to be just closing off the top of this, and then this is what the flower is going to sit on. And I'm thinking that instead of having our new flower roof be pink like this one, I do want there to be some contrast. So I kind of think we'll try to make a white roof flower and have a yellow center. So that means that we're gonna go over to the mesa real quick. Now, one option could be using white terracotta for our flower. The other thing I was thinking is we could collect up a bunch of sand, go to a riverbed, get gravel, and then use all of these bone blocks to create white bone meal for white concrete. Now, this does have a slight pinkish hue to it, so it could actually work really well for the flower center, especially if I pair this with this pink as our starter house roof being next to it. I think this could work really well. I also realized I forgot my bed, so one moment. Okay, we're just gonna sleep at home really quick before we go and actually collect up everything. And we can compare the two. So this is definitely more of a pinkish hue compared to the concrete. And if we have this as the roof next to it, I think it could be a nice contrast to do the solid white. Also, look at the little guy. He's just swimming. He's so cute. I love how there's otters. It's adorable. But enough getting distracted. I think what we'll do is we'll go with the white concrete. I think that even though the white terracotta is nice, it still is a little too pinkish, and I do want a better contrast. So let's collect up a bunch more of this white concrete powder, and then we'll also go for some yellow for the center of our flower stem. There we go, and we will just splash down some water. And 21 for the center is more than enough. And now let's sleep. Good morning, Shadow. How are you doing? I hope you're enjoying seeing all these builds come together and more friends join us. I think it's a very fun. Now let's build us a flower roof. All right, and from pre-cam, this is what the flower looks like so far. I'm right now working on the second level of flower petals, and it's actually a lot harder than I thought, but I think I did a really good job. Next, after this, we'll just have to work on making this not look so, well, ugly. But from pre-cam, look how cute this is, and look at it on the map. It's so adorable. This was literally exactly what I needed, just a little flower roof for our lily pad village, but let me just get back to work finishing the rest of these second layers of petals. And done. Just like that, we've got our lotus flower done. And look how pretty this is. This is literally exactly what I was envisioning, and this turned out better than I actually could have thought. Now we just need to figure out how to solve this angle. It doesn't look bad, also doesn't look good. I think using some of these pine logs will be more helpful. We'll just kind of strip some of these down, use some of the planks, some of the stairs, and I'll also make a few slabs here too. And before we do that, let's sleep. And we're almost to day 80, which is pretty crazy. But I was thinking about how using green is gonna be perfect because we do want to have some petals here. So let's just figure out how we want this to look. Feel like we'll just start with a base layer of all of the different greens just to kind of get this covered, and then we can go from there. Okay, now we can take a step back in free cam, and there we go, look at that. Oh, it's looking so good so far. Now we'll just grab a few more azalea leaves and such, and then I think we'll call it good. Oh, but real quick, look how cute this looks at night. Ah, I love it. Okay, but let's quickly go back, sleep, and then decorate with leaves. And we are going to go and look for a fisher froggy to invite to our new area. This pig was looking at me like they were judging me. All of them were, but it's fine. We're just, we're welcoming friends to a new area. Yeah. All right, we're in the Ribbit Village looking for a fisher frog. Oh my gosh, wait, look at them. Look at them just having a little swim all together. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. Look at this. They're just all vibing. I love this so much. Oh, dude, guys, this mod, it's one of my absolute favorites. It's so cute. But I can't get too distracted. I need to look for a fishing frog somewhere in here. Just don't know where. Oh, look, I found you. Hi, little buddy. I don't want to punch you. Can I just pick you up? Hi, buddy. Are you the one I can trade with? Yes, look at that. Perfect. So we'll just grab you. And with our little fringe and avoiding the gas, let's go home. All right, since we are on day 82, I next want to move on to a new project related to our ribbit frogs and their instruments. Now, underneath this giant tree, there's like a canopy, and I thought it would be really cool if we turned that into a sort of concert hall with some market stalls for our little ribbit frogs and our regular villagers to sell some items, and then we can have a concert with our little ribbit frogs performing with all of their instruments underneath the tree. Now, to keep our little ribbit frog in place, we're using a fence gate, because even though these little hobbit hole doors from the Ribbits mod are really cute, all of the little frogs I know can actually open doors, which is problematic. So we'll put that there, and then add our little friend in here. Perfect. All right, as for this giant tree and setting this up as a market, we do kind of got our work cut out for us. I think as far as getting some market stalls in place, getting a little amphitheater, which instead of it actually being called the amphitheater, I want it to be called the amphib theater. Get it? Like play on words, because frogs are the amphibians and it's an amphitheater type of a vibe. So yeah, that's what I'm going with. Now, I think what I need to do is we need to clear out a lot of this. We need to remove the water and place down some dirt to fill this in so we can actually start adding in some market stalls for the villagers and the froggy ribbits. And then I think we'll go from there. We'll obviously make this center stage where all of the froggies will perform. And then around the outer edge is where, oh, I thought I saw a creeper, but it's just kelp moving. But the outer edge is where we are going to have all of the viewers of the concert at the amphitheater. Oh, there's a little firefly. And the inside will be the concert. So let's start doing some terraforming around this area and get some market stalls set up. Okay, this is looking good so far. Getting it all terraformed and flattened out. And then what we'll do is we'll use some of these blocks to help us. Ooh, there's some gas going over there. Okay, stay away. But then we'll be able to actually start setting up where we want some of these market stalls to go. And then we'll move over some of the villagers to man said market stalls. And honestly, I'm probably just gonna take them from this village because we're literally right next to them. So that means I'll want a nice little path and walkway from this village over into the amphitheater. Or should I say the amphib theater. If you've been around my channel for a while, you know I do love a good pun, a good play on words, so me naming my little amphitheater, that is very on brand. And if you also like those kinds of puns or just the content, make sure to subscribe if you're still here and let me know so far what your favorite mod is that I have added into this 100 Days Swamp World, because I'm loving so many of them. Okay, we got the area all cleared out. I think this is looking good. And the more that I think about it, the more I might split this up into segments. So we could have the larger segment over here be the bandstand, and then we could have the frogs on the concert stage over here. And then we can create little amphitheater seating around here. And then over here, we can have maybe some snacks on display. We can have a little path in here and around, and then we'll just dot in some market stalls in between. I really think I'm liking that idea better. So let's go do that. All right, so as far as how we're gonna set this up, I need these corner trims to be against something. So I think what we'll do is have one be right there. And then we'll just make this be our cute little edge, like so. All right, I think this is gonna be good for a little stage. I think it's cute. Now, I just want to incorporate some fencing because I have a feeling they're gonna try to walk off. So we'll do a mix of oak fences and oak fence gates. Okay, while I'm waiting to get more fences, we need to go get more oak wood. I think what we're gonna do is start having some benches be scattered like so. And then we'll put some in between all of these. It's not gonna be super even, but that's kind of the idea. I want it to just be like scattered seating in smaller little circles and things. And people can just sit and watch from however close or far. You know, they can hang out with their friends. If they bring some, they can be over here or further away from people. However they want to listen to the frog music. And now we need to get more oak wood, so we'll get rid of some of these swamp trees. I'm really glad I have the one chop mod. It is literally such a lifesaver. Now we can add these back in. Perfect. Okay, now when we add frogs in here, they won't be able to escape. Are we kind of trapping them and forcing them to play music? Maybe, but we also can't make them play, so technically it's still on their own accord that they're playing for us. As for the market stalls, I'm thinking that we'll use some of these oak tables from the Handcrafted mod. I think they'll go really good with what we're gonna be building. We'll also use some oak fence. And I like the idea of having the market stalls be in front of some of these segments of the mangrove. Maybe we'll put one around the mushroom. I think that could be cool. We'll put some against here, but let's just start by placing one like so. So as I built out the market stalls, I grabbed some different villagers to man the stands that we made out of oak wood and used different blocks from around the swamp for the market stall roofs, and continued bringing over the villagers to their new job posts, collecting up more oak wood as we went. And our wheat farmer keeps trying to escape, so for now, we'll just leave them in here. Oh, look at him, like, nodding like that. He's like, yeah, you're stuck here. Oh, you just shared food. Are you about to? Oh, okay, I'll give you privacy. All right, now I need some froggy musicians. Oh, wait, hi! You wanna come perform music on my stage? Wonderful. And I'll bring you. Thank you. All right, here you guys go. We'll just set you down like that. And I'm already very glad to have the gates up here. And I'm quickly just going to borrow one of the villagers' beds. Oh man, I got too close to the swampy fart clouds. Oh, this is terrible. Oh, I hate that so much. Is it gone? Okay. This randomly appears, and I just happened to be walking towards the frog village right as it popped up. That is literally so annoying. I then went to the frog village to hire some musicians to play in our amphitheater, and once on the stage, they started warming up for the big concert already. From there, I was back into the frog village collecting some more of their native mushrooms, daisies, and umbrella leaf plants to make them feel more at home and comfortable on the stage. I then saw a cute otter in the village and found a pit of frogs, so I grabbed 2 of them to be musicians and set the other one free to wander about once again. Oh, look, now we can hear all the little froggies doing their songs together on the stage. I don't know what they're performing to, maybe a moss block, but that's cute. Now these guys can join. Yes, join. Wait, join. Play music. Yes. Wait, hey, you're interrupting music. Play music. Don't you want to play music? Oh, this guy wants to be conductor. Okay. I know it's also supposed to look like a stand, but it also kind of looks like a wrestling, like WWE ring, and then you just have them, instead of, you know, making war, they're making music, which is also kind of a funny little vibe here. I then was back to building up more market stalls, looking for more frogs to man the stalls, grabbing a fisher frog and a sorcerer frog to be our resident fortune teller of sorts, but they kept hopping the tables, so I added some glass to prevent them from escaping. I then built another market stall, planted some of the frogs' native plants around the stage for them, and saw a golem beating up some slime. Oh, look at it, the slime chunk above ground. That's so cute. But also, I'm so sorry, little guy. Do you want a job as the bouncer? I feel like you'd be a good bouncer. Can you be the bouncer? That would be great. Also, I will pick up these slime balls. And we'll pop up our fences. Oh, wait, look. Look, I love it when it rains because they have umbrellas and it's so cute. Oh, my word. Oh, it's so cute. I love it so much. And they're gonna be partially in the rain and then partially not. So they can kind of, you'll see them go in between holding these and not holding them. Well, let's get back to building and focus on that. I think for our Fletcher guy, we will do some of the green. So with the green pine roof completed, the Fletcher in place, and sticks traded for emeralds, we could go trade with our botanist villager I had added to a market stall, and we collected up some hanging pots from them, and when they leveled up, I realized they could sell us some warped lattice and some small drip leaf. With a few of the pots placed, I began carving out the path to guide guests where they should be walking between all of the market stalls, harvesting a bunch of redwood leaves to use with our oak fencing to edge our paths and make them look more decorated and intentional. I also collected up some blue swamp orchids to use as decoration around the build and continued adding in our path fencing. Next, I decided to recruit an iron golem from the village to be the stage's bouncer to protect our little froggy friends, and I then traded sticks for emeralds to trade with our frog merchant for lanterns. Just to remember that they want amethyst shards, not emeralds. Okay, quick redirect. We are going over to some of the other froggy villages to look for amethyst and, well, take their other lanterns that they have. And again, I am just so happy with how this lotus flower roof turned out. I think it's so cool with the leaves. I'm just still in awe. Like, this turned out better than I could have imagined, and it's just so good. I just love it so much. It's always fun when you just keep marveling at the builds that you come up with different creative bits. That's one of my favorite things about Minecraft, is just being so proud of different creative things that we accomplish. So it's feeling really good that we're on day 93 and have already made so many cute things. And now to go get more cute things. Froggy lanterns. I also am getting very distracted by the snails, and I kind of want to take some snails back with me just because I think they're cute little swampy additions. And now we get our lanterns. The little sorcerer frog gave me jump boost, and it's so fun. Look at this, wee! They made me a froggy. I never used jump boost, but I could get used to this. This is kind of fun. Now in free camp, I have just been zooming out and kind of seeing what else I want to add or change. I think I do want to change out some of this mud for regular path blocks. Of course, we do have our rooted dirt that we can add in here, and we can go get some coarse dirt for the paths. But I am realizing that at first I liked the different options for seating, and now I'm kind of realizing it looks a little bit too chaotic. So I think I'm actually gonna create a more amphitheater style seating where we will have some slabs curved, then we'll have some stairs curved and some more slabs to kind of create some lifted seating so that our viewers are actually able to see our little froggies moving around and playing from a little bit higher up, because right now you're gonna just see them through the little cracks with, you know, their toes and everything under the fences. So even though, yes, it is day 95, I am completely changing my mind for this area. So I began picking up all of the benches and chairs I just put down, texturing our paths with some rooted dirt, and then I began setting up our grandstand seating for the amphitheater using oak slabs as the main building block. I decided to make 3 different seating levels so visitors could decide how high up they wanted to be sitting, and then I added some support fence posts as well as adding the frog plants back around our little grandstand. From there, I added our second bouncer to the stage and added some comfy cottagecore seat cushions to the stands as well. I next added a bench for the bouncers to take their break at and added some trapdoors so the seats would have a backrest. I then saw my bouncers were leaving the stage because of the bench, so I guess they'll just have to stand. And for this other one, I'll just use some spruce. So there's 2 different sections. We can call this the pine section, which is the larger, more general audience because there's more. And maybe this can be the more select spruce seating because these ones are definitely closer to the frogs. Now the next thing we're gonna do is actually go and get ourselves a bunch of dirt so that we can change all of the mud into path blocks around this area to complete our paths and make them look all nice and uniform. Also, this dude is just vibing. I love when their AI gets stuck on different things. It's so funny. Oh, and we needed the spore blossoms. Okay, so 2 things. We need lots of sticks to trade with our Fletcher. So we're gonna go over and deal with all of the spruce trees that we have and replace all of the mud with dirt. First, we'll tackle all the trees. And I'm going to move Shadow over because they definitely need to come with us for the concert. And even just walking over here, this place is so cool compared to what it was before, which was pretty much just a mob spawner. Next, I bought some spore blossoms and started adding them all around the market to give some lovely particle vibes to our area. And there we go, we've got 10 spore blossoms around, and already, look at these particles! Oh, I love it so much! Spore blossoms are definitely one of my favorites. And I might be a little bit biased because our starter house roof is a spore blossom, but you know, they're just a cute kind of cottagecore thing to add to a cozy little swamp area. But look at this. Oh, the particles are amazing. Oh, and we got some resistance. Nice. Oh, where did you come from? Oh gosh, that's problematic. So I decided to ignore the zombies spawning from the ceiling problem and focus on replacing our mud paths with dirt so we could turn them all into path blocks to finish out the paths to make it look all uniform, and then we went to sleep for the night. All right, we are officially on day 99. And before we wrap up this world and have our official little froggy concert, there are some things back at my base area that I wanted to work on. For starters, I want a few spore blossoms in all of the builds that I have. We'll start by adding a spore blossom into our starter house. We'll also get a little spore blossom above their door. And now if I go outside and I just stand, you can see the spore blossom particles all around. And I love it. Now I have this copper in my inventory and I want to smelt it up. So let's put this in the blast furnace so it goes a little bit quicker. Again, I just have to take a moment to say how much I actually really like having an underground storage area that has a garden. I think this is such a cool touch. I'm actually so glad that I added this. It's beautiful. I think we need 2 pieces of iron, if I'm not mistaken. There we go, smithing table. And I've got my green dye. Now let's place this table. I'll place it on this side. And I'm going to make some leather pants, and I already have leather boots and the leather tunic and a leather helmet. So I think you know where I'm going with this. Ever since I found that floating fisherman village, I really liked the color tones that they had for this armor, and I thought it could be kind of fun if we complete the full set for the final day, and this will be our outfit to wear to the festival. Kind of like a Renaissance festival or some fantasy festival. We are coming in style with a cute outfit. What's nice is I can tell which trim it was, and we were able to find some of those trim, so now we can upgrade the wild armor. And we can then upgrade the boots with the wild armor as well. And we even unlock an advancement. So let's take off all of our iron and stylishly put on our full set completed of the leather green armor. And look at us! This actually is quite the fit. And then with my swampy zombie horse cape that I got going on, this is a perfect vibe, and I might say a perfect outfit for a swampy frog music festival. And I'm smelting up some stone because I really would like to make an armor stand, but I always forget the recipe. And I can already hear all of the crickets outside, which means it is bedtime and it is the last night in this world because we are falling asleep on day 99. And since I've been picking up my bed and moving it around, I think I just want to put all of my armor on the stand here. So we'll put our shoes, our hat, our leggings, and our chest plate. And this has been the armor that has served us well this whole 100 days. Now we get to go to bed in our fashionable new outfits and get ready for a frog concert. So let's go to sleep on our last night. All right, it is officially day 100. We've made it, and now it is time to have some fun with our frogs. But I did have 4 name tags, and I do have 4 villagers, regular and frog around here, so I thought it would be kind of fun to give them some names. Now, one of the names that I thought would be kind of cute is Crockley for one of the frog villagers. And for the second little froggy villager, I thought we could call them Hopper. One of our librarians, we will be naming Edwin. And the final one, I thought we could name Maybell. Now for the villager that is in this little mushroomy rooftop, our little unbreaking 3, we will name them Mabel. So this is Mabel with her little mushroom roof house that I think is adorable. And over in our lotus flower lily pad house, we have our little froggy that I think we are going to name this one Hopper. So we've got Hopper living in the lotus flower house, and our efficiency 5 friend is going to be named Edwin, who has the cozy little cottage over in the corner. And last but not least, for name tags, we've got our little merchant ribbit who will be named Crockley. So we also have Crockley living in the mahogany and mangrove house. And now I've got all 4 of my special little villagers to trade with over by my starter house, all named. Now it's time to bring Shadow over for the frog concert. And yes, I did not forget my maraca, because you know full well I will be bringing the vibes as well. Okay, Shadow, are you ready for a froggy concert? We've got the stage security all ready. Let's sit you down. There we go. And I've got my maraca, and let's enjoy a frog concert. And so after all of the hard work that we had put into building up our little swamp village and setting up our little amphib theater, we were finally able to enjoy all of our little ribbit frogs' music with all of their different instruments. And Shadow, I think, really enjoyed this, along with our music staff as well. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and comment below to let me know what your favorite build was of my little swampy village, and I will see you in the next one.